In a world obsessed with quick financial fixes and get-rich-quick schemes, an ancient wisdom holds the key to lasting prosperity, one that has quietly transformed lives for over 2,500 years. Welcome to an extraordinary journey where ancient Buddhist wisdom meets modern prosperity. What you're about to discover today isn't just another financial management technique. It's a transformative approach that has helped millions of people create a more harmonious and prosperous relationship with money. Buddhist teachings about prosperity go far beyond mere wealth accumulation. They reveal a path where material abundance and spiritual growth walk hand in hand, creating a truly fulfilled and balanced life. If this unique perspective on prosperity has sparked your curiosity, hit the bell icon and subscribe to ensure you don't miss any of our upcoming transformative content. When we think of wealth in the modern world, we often picture luxury cars, massive houses, and overflowing bank accounts. But Buddhist wisdom offers a revolutionary perspective that's more relevant today than ever before. True wealth, according to Buddhist teachings, is not measured by what you own, but by how little you need to be content. This doesn't mean Buddhism is against material prosperity. Quite the opposite. It recognizes money as a tool for reducing suffering and creating positive change in the world. The key difference lies in our relationship with wealth. Instead of seeing money as the end goal, Buddhism teaches us to view it as energy that flows through our lives, enabling us to help ourselves and others. Think of it like a river. When we try to hold and grip the water too tightly, it slips through our fingers. But when we learn to flow with it, direct it wisely, and share it with others, it nourishes everything it touches. This is the essence of Buddhist prosperity. Creating wealth not just for personal gain, but as a means to spread greater happiness and reduce suffering in the world. Karma isn't just some mystical force. It's a practical principle that shapes our financial reality every day. Think of it as a universal law of cause and effect, where every financial decision we make creates ripples that eventually flow back to us. Just as a farmer knows you can't harvest what you haven't sown, Buddhist wisdom teaches us that genuine prosperity begins with planting the right seeds. This is where generosity comes into play, and it's probably not what you're thinking. Buddhist generosity isn't about emptying your bank account or giving until it hurts. Instead, it's about cultivating an abundance mindset through strategic giving. When you give with wisdom and compassion, you're not losing money. You're investing in a cycle of prosperity that benefits everyone. Consider successful entrepreneurs like Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, who discovered that their greatest satisfaction came not from accumulating wealth, but from using it to make a positive impact. This mirrors the Buddhist principle that true prosperity flows most freely to those who see themselves as channels rather than endpoints for wealth. The practice of mindful giving also helps break the scarcity mindset that keeps so many people trapped in financial anxiety. When you experience firsthand that you can give and still thrive, often receiving more than you gave in unexpected ways, it fundamentally shifts your relationship with money. This isn't about blind faith. It's about understanding the natural laws of prosperity that have governed human wealth for millennia. Meet Emma Mitchell, a talented software developer whose life seemed perfect on paper, but was crumbling beneath the surface. Working at a prestigious tech company in Silicon Valley, she was caught in an exhausting cycle of earning and spending, drowning in debt despite her successful career. Her apartment was filled with unopened Amazon packages, temporary fixes for her growing anxiety about finances. I was making more money than ever, but somehow I felt poorer than when I was a student, Emma recalls. Every raise just led to lifestyle inflation and more stress. I was caught in what I now call the golden handcuffs of Silicon Valley. The turning point came during a business trip to Japan, where a chance encounter with a Buddhist monk at a local temple changed everything. While discussing her financial stress, the monk shared a perspective that shook her worldview. The tighter you grip sand, the faster it slips through your fingers. Initially skeptical, Emma began experimenting with Buddhist principles of prosperity. She started small, setting aside 10% of her income for mindful giving, even though every financial calculator said she couldn't afford it. She focused on conscious spending, asking herself not just can I afford this, but does this purchase align with my values? The most challenging part was embracing the principle of non-attachment to outcomes. I had to learn that true prosperity isn't about controlling everything, she explains. It's about creating the right conditions and trusting the process. Within 6 months, subtle shifts began occurring. By practicing mindful spending, her impulsive shopping habits naturally decreased. The money she gave to causes she cared about didn't leave her broke. Instead, it helped her develop a healthier relationship with money. Unexpectedly, her reduced stress levels led to better performance at work, resulting in a promotion. But the real transformation wasn't in her bank account. The biggest change was in how I felt about money, Emma shares. I stopped seeing it as something to hoard and started seeing it as energy to be channeled wisely. Ironically, when I stopped obsessing over keeping every penny, more opportunities for wealth creation started appearing. Today, 2 years later, Emma is debt-free and has built a sustainable investment portfolio. More importantly, she's launched a tech nonprofit that provides coding education to underprivileged youth, something she never thought she could afford to do before. Her salary hasn't dramatically changed, but her prosperity has multiplied in ways she never expected. Buddhist wisdom taught me that real prosperity isn't just about accumulation, she reflects. It's about creating value for others while maintaining inner peace. When you align your financial goals with this principle, abundance flows naturally. What if everything you believed about scarcity was an illusion? Buddhist wisdom challenges our modern not enough mentality with a revolutionary perspective. Abundance is our natural state. This isn't just positive thinking. It's about fundamentally shifting how we perceive and interact with the world around us. The Buddhist approach to abundance starts with a simple but powerful realization. Most of our financial stress comes not from actual lack, but from our attachment to fears about lack. Think about it. How often do we make financial decisions from a place of fear rather than wisdom? How many times do we hold back from opportunities because we're afraid of losing what we have? This is where the Buddhist principle of non-attachment transforms our relationship with money. Non-attachment doesn't mean not caring about money. It means holding our wealth like we hold a bird, firmly enough to keep it safe, but gently enough to let it fly. When we grasp too tightly, we create the very scarcity we fear. Buddhist practitioners develop this abundance mindset through daily practices, expressing gratitude for existing resources, consciously recognizing opportunities rather than limitations, and most importantly, making financial decisions from a place of clarity rather than fear. They understand that true abundance isn't about having everything. It's about realizing you already have enough to begin creating more. Ancient wisdom meets modern neuroscience in the practice of mindful visualization. This powerful technique isn't about daydreaming about wealth. It's about training your mind to recognize and create opportunities for abundance. The practice begins with sitting quietly and breathing deeply, just as countless practitioners have done for millennia. As your mind settles, imagine yourself as a conduit for prosperity, not just receiving but channeling abundance to benefit others. This subtle shift from getting to giving transforms how your brain processes opportunities. Traditional mantras and affirmations amplify this practice. Simple phrases like, "May all beings prosper" or "abundance flows freely through me" aren't just words. They're tools that reshape your mental patterns. When repeated with intention during your daily activities, these ancient phrases work to dissolve deeply rooted scarcity thinking. The key is consistency and authenticity. Set aside a few minutes each morning for visualization, perhaps combined with your regular meditation practice. Choose affirmations that resonate with your values, not just your financial goals. Remember, this isn't about forcing positive thinking. It's about aligning your mind with the natural flow of abundance. The ancient Noble Eightfold Path offers surprisingly practical guidelines for building sustainable wealth in today's world. At its core, this time-tested wisdom shows us how ethical success naturally leads to lasting prosperity. Right livelihood, a key principle of this path, teaches us to create wealth through work that benefits society. Think of successful companies like Patagonia or Ben & Jerry's. Their commitment to ethical business practices hasn't limited their success. It's amplified it. Right action and right effort guide us to make mindful financial decisions. Instead of chasing every opportunity, we learn to invest our energy in ventures that align with our values and benefit others. This focused approach naturally leads to more sustainable success than scattered attempts at quick profits. The path also emphasizes right understanding, seeing money not as an end in itself, but as a tool for creating positive change. This shift in perspective often leads to more innovative business solutions and stronger customer relationships. When applied to modern finance, these ancient principles create a foundation for what we might call conscious capitalism, where profit and purpose align naturally, creating success that extends far beyond the bottom line. In today's fast-paced digital economy, these timeless principles become even more relevant. Let's look at how successful professionals and entrepreneurs are applying this ancient wisdom to modern challenges. Consider the growing trend of mindful investing. More people are discovering that conscious investment strategies, considering environmental and social impact alongside financial returns, often outperform traditional approaches. Major investment firms now offer ESG, environmental, social, and governance portfolios, validating what wise practitioners have known for centuries. Sustainable success comes from considering the wider impact of our financial choices. The principle of non-attachment proves invaluable in today's volatile markets. Successful traders often speak about the importance of emotional discipline, letting go of both fear and greed to make clear-headed decisions. This mirrors the ancient teaching of maintaining equanimity amid life's ups and downs. Digital minimalism, a growing movement in tech circles, echoes the wisdom of finding contentment with enough rather than endless accumulation. Tech leaders like Jack Dorsey advocate for simplified lifestyles, finding that less attachment to material excess leads to better decision-making and innovation. The path to lasting prosperity isn't found in complex financial strategies or aggressive wealth-building tactics. As we've discovered, true abundance emerges when we align our financial practices with timeless principles of wisdom and compassion. The journey we've explored today isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about transforming our entire relationship with money. From understanding true prosperity to embracing generosity, from cultivating an abundance mindset to making conscious financial choices, each step brings us closer to a life of genuine prosperity and purpose. Remember Emma's story. Real transformation begins with a single step, a single shift in perspective. You don't need to revolutionize your entire financial life overnight. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as these principles naturally guide you toward greater abundance. If this approach resonates with you, Share this video with others on their journey to discovering a wiser path to prosperity.